several big developments here on the Mookie Chilson Holy Grail Wall of Fame Pinhole Card Wall of Fame Holy Grail collection that you've been following throughout the weeks as I've been aggregating this. Number one, Graffco map tacks have become the official map tack and official metallic adhesive of the Mookie Chilson Holy Grail Wall of Fame Holy Grail. And it's just not even close. These things are so cool. They're little red pins, and you can see them. They have taken the place of all those big clunky push pins that I've had all over the place. You can see them, and they're nice and cohesive and unifying, and they make me feel good on the inside. And so that's number one big development. Number two big development is, you can see I took you on a tour there. There's only a couple of spots left, and I did some pruning of the hedges here to get some real estate back, but I only have a little bit more real estate to go, and I'm going to fill it today. So this is going to be the completion of this particular phase of this project at the very least. So stay tuned, and I'm going to finish it in a big way with the biggest single card you have seen to date. So stay tuned for that. And I will start out with these two cards here that are appearing on your screen as I speak. And you can see them there. You got two 1972 cards. That's your Willie Mays and your Tom Seaver. And the Willie Mays, you can see, is just totally ganked out and not looking great. It's got a nice big fat hole where it went up and came down many times. Not only that, but it's got a big strip of tape still going across it. So it was taped and tacked somewhere. And at some point, it was gashed on the side there, and gashed so much to the point where it's missing it's got some paper loss. And where the paper loss happened over here is the paper gain over here. Between the A and the N in Giants. That's, again, the forensic analysis is, you don't need to be solve a Rubik's Cube to know that that's where that came from. So Willie Mays, 1972, is going to go right underneath. Oh, there goes Tommy. Right underneath Willie Mays, 1954. So 18 years after this, that's 18 years later, Willie Mays. Welcome to the wall. And then you got Tom Terrific, the greatest Met of all time. Not the greatest card of all time, but it was well loved, and it was well loved. We know it's got some filthy dirt on the bottom right. It is a very off-centered card, miscut, they would probably call that in the big leagues. And if you look at it, it's funny. There's Willie Mays on the back of it, ironically. But that's the greatest Met of all time in Shea Stadium, bent over. And it looks like he's bent over. It looks like he's got some kind of chest thing going on there. And that chest thing is a chest cavity that was caused by a push pin, thumbtack, something of the kind. And we're going to re-exploit that cavity with a Graffco map tack. And there you can see Tom Terrific in action, 1972, underneath Juan, above Juan, Sandy, Bob Gibson, Tom Terrific. And that's the Graffco difference, ladies and gentlemen. And the last card, you can see there's one bigger spot still open there, right above Larry Doby. And that spot is left open for a special card. It's really cool. It's the only one of its kind that I have. And it's the biggest single card that I've got on the board here. And it is a Ernie Banks 1947 to 66 exhibits card. These were cards that were distributed via vending machines for, I guess, multiple decades. There's different printings of these cards. I'm not sure which one this is, But I do know that it's a very, very young Ernie Banks, very young Mr. Cub, and he's just, what a striking image of him holding his bat on his shoulder. You can see it's got a stripe of sort of disgusting tape goo over his right arm, which is kind of gross, but also like, it survived. And it also was important enough to not just have some tape goo put on it, but it also needed to be hung up somewhere in some kid's room. There's the thumbtack hole, the pinhole. Probably, I would venture to say, a Graffco map tack made that hole. And we're going to have the Graffco map tack remake that hole. There you have it. And so now, let's pull back and get a full shot here. Ernie Banks fills out the center of the board. We got some overhang there. Brooks and Schmidt, third baseman, are guarding the line, you might say. You got Doby and Aaron and Kiner on the bottom. Some overhang from McCarver on the top. But that's a full board, or as full as I'm going to get it for right now. It has been quite a journey getting to this point. There's lots of amazing cards and Hall of Famers, all of them rescued from the trash heap where they could have gone. They were loved and admired by somebody way back in the day, and now they will be as part of an exhibit in my room forever and ever. Amen. So welcome your 2023 Pinhole card, Holy Grail Wall of Fame, and thank you all for watching. Thank you.